right, good morning, everybody. Hang on. All right. Good morning, good morning. I got my same shirt on I had last night. So happy Veterans Day, everybody. Anybody here who served our country, thank you. Want to make sure I get that out. And as you know, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we conduct Success Zone. And the purpose is just really staying on track, different types of trainings. A lot of things are very repetitive because once you know what to do, you really don't change much. Okay, you're just at a different state of mind as you go out there and build your business. Last night we did a very soft launch of our new company, which is called Regenerate. I urge everybody, and if you could pass this on to everybody, go to our Facebook page. Okay, it's very raw, but get as many people to like it as possible. That would be great. Regenerate, REGENR8, Facebook page. So if you could like that for us, and if you missed yesterday, the recording is on the Giamalva YouTube page. If you want to see the presentation, and we will be conducting another presentation next Sunday. So we are offering free placements within the organization if you like what you see, but that's my commercial for our new company. So anyway, what we're going to talk about today is really realistic expectations. You know, I think a lot of people that when they get involved in the industry, you know, they're under this ether of becoming financially independent. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with dreaming. In fact, that's what usually ignites the desire. Believing you can is the first step. Now, believing you can and accomplishing that goal are two completely different things. A lot of people think just by believing you can, you will be. Well, no. Believing you can should then propel you to do the necessary things, stay on course, so you then accomplish your goals. But so many people that get involved want to achieve the same result of people who maybe have a better skill set or a better understanding or a longer tenure in the industry. So when you get your expectations correct, then you just know, okay, it's just a journey. It's just a journey. Lisa and I have never believed in a million years we could make the kind of money we've made in network marketing. In fact, we've made more in a month than I used to make in a year. Now, do you think I ever believed that? Did that happen overnight? Absolutely not. Okay, it started with understanding my commitment to the craft. And if my commitment wasn't what it needed to be to accomplish a goal of, say, $50,000 a month, then why would I ever expect to earn it? So realistic expectations, I think, is the key. Because I think a lot of people, here's what happens. We beat ourselves up. This is not working. This is not for me. And on top of it, now you have all the naysayers telling you, what are you doing? You're killing yourself and you're making no money. Well, see, if I have my goals set, then I really then just have to dial it back. And the first thing I want people to understand in this industry, what we're really paid for. And a lot of people don't even understand this part. In our industry, you're paid for your vision. I'm going to try to create a lot of vision when we start our new company. But you got to have, and people buy into somebody's vision in the beginning. Hopefully that person that's creating that vision is going to deliver on the back end. Right? You got to make sure that happens too. So the person who's sharing the vision is the one that people are going to buy into. Now, let me ask you all a question. Who is that person? That person needs to be you. And then there's got to be that blind faith. And sometimes, let's call it what it is. I've been in the industry a long time. Sometimes us buying into other people blindly, right, could backfire. Well, guess what? That's part of the journey. Okay, now what? Never believe in anybody else again? No, no. Okay, bad mistake. Followed the wrong person. Now what? Okay, find somebody else. But eventually it has to become your vision. And when you believe in what you're about to do or in what you're doing, you will then freely share it with everybody. And I think this right here is the reason why people stop. Because they don't believe. And I'm going to give everybody here something to believe in. Okay, now, what does that take? It takes courage. Oh my gosh, I don't want to talk to my family and my friends and everybody else I know, because what if it doesn't work? What am I going to bring people into? And then so what happens is it paralyzes everybody because no one's sharing vision, right? And no one's out there doing what you're supposed to do to earn money. That takes a lot of courage. It's called, you know what, jumping off the cliff. And let's face it, we've jumped off the cliff many times. And guess what? Sometimes the parachute opened, many times it didn't. Many times I would fall against the cliff, right, and get beat up and cut myself. Sometimes I was in intensive care. Is he going to make it? I don't know. It's another cliff he hit. Let's give him mouth to mouth. Oh, we resuscitated him. He's good now. It took courage. It takes courage every day. I wish I could tell you something different. But here's the bottom line. If you insert yourself into this, and your heart is right, and you speak with conviction, and you talk honestly with people, whatever happens, then happens. I can't live my life on what if. I got to live my life on what I want it to be. And I will tell you, it takes stamina. Man, we've been tired before. We've questioned our decision in the industry when we first got involved. I certainly did. Maybe Lisa didn't, but that took stamina. Because every day I had to go out there and do the same thing. Every day I had to go out there and do what? Keep sharing vision. How many times a day did I share vision? 4 times a day. I've told you guys, right, our schedule, 10, 2, 4, and 7, every day, sharing vision with people. Because there was always a new audience. Every day there was a new audience. Well, every day you need to get in front of your audience. Every day you got to have your plan to go what? Share your vision. And before, the vision had to be shared live. Now we could share a vision with a video. The video shares vision. All your companies have a video. And by the way, we will have ours hopefully in 7 days. Okay? I mean, the script of our video is going to really cast the vision for people. And the whole idea is, after watching it, they either catch the vision or watch this, everybody. They don't. This is where you got to be good. You got to be good with someone saying nope. And don't try to make the video something it's not. This is what we are. This is what we do. Do you see a fit here? Yes? Great. Let's take a next step. No? Next. Here, no, next. Get used to that. No, next. Many people out there I know people are telling us, oh my gosh, Jeff, why are you starting a company now? Don't you know this company just started? That company just started? A lot of people are going to this company and that company. So what? If I was all fishing in the same pond, I might be concerned. If there was only 4 fish in the water and 3 fish were caught, I go, well, maybe I shouldn't do this. I got 7 billion fish. Doesn't matter where people go. All that is self-doubt. The person that's creating the vision has to have no doubt. None. And guess what? If it goes the way it's supposed to go, the amount of money could be endless. If it doesn't, guess what? My attitude is, okay, just like I say no next, okay, well, if that one didn't work, guess what? Here we go. See, it's part of the journey. And sometimes when we take this journey, okay, I've told you before, I believe all of us are where we're supposed to be. That's what I believe. And if I didn't believe that, I would be constantly second guessing myself. And that doesn't do anybody any good. So this is what we're paid for in the industry. Now, you guys all know my favorite slide. It comes with me wherever I go. But this is what I keep emphasizing you have to buy into. What is your vision? What is the real opportunity you need to, no matter what company you're with, that's why this slide comes with me everywhere. Why? Because whatever company I represent, I know we're giving people an opportunity for entrepreneurship. And it's not a lot of risk. No matter what company you're with, compare it. Just compare it to a traditional business. What's your top package? $2,000? That would be a top package. I remember the company World, the top package was $3,500. I know in the company that I was with for 14 years, the top package was $600,000. Now that was different. Over here, you could get involved for a couple $100. So where's the risk? So that's what you have to believe. Oh, let me ask you a question. Don't you all believe when someone says yes to you that you've given them an opportunity to own their own business? Okay, can't question that. Aren't there tax advantages to that decision? Do you believe if people did this the right way, the amount of money they put in would be offset and then some by just the write-offs they can now take? That's your belief. Just believe in that then. Don't you believe if people did step 1, 2, and 3 of your system, they would earn immediate income? I'm sure a lot of you have a fast start bonus. If someone goes out there and gets somebody to buy into their vision, isn't a fast start bonus paid? Then you could believe in your immediate income. Aren't there people in the industry who have covered a car payment, a mortgage payment, a child's tuition? Haven't people earned over $100,000? Haven't people made over $1 million and beyond? Okay, then why would you question that? That's your belief. I'm showing you how to get your belief. You got to believe in the company will provide these types of things. Can you not climb the ladder over here? Can you not? Is there a glass ceiling? There's no glass ceiling. And then how about this? Do you believe there's residual income? If you build a team in your company and they're all repurchasing the product, is that not residual income? Okay. And don't you have a system you could leverage? Isn't the system proven? Well, we know every system is proven. Doesn't your company offer personal and group coaching? Aren't there turnkey programs, a weekly calendar of events, a social media platform? Okay, so this is the belief. This is what you got to share. Here's the other side of it, though. It's up to the person to make it work. You can't make people successful. That's something you got to all buy into. I can't make anybody here successful. I could give them the platform. I could provide the coaching. But at the end of the day, it's up to the person to execute. Right? I was watching NFL football last night, and they said, man, they should fire the coach. And the one commentator said, well, hang on a second. The coach is putting together the game plan. And if the players follow the game plan and execute the play the right way, then the play would work. It would probably mean you scored a touchdown if it was executed right. So is it the coach's fault or is it the player's fault? Now, you can have an argument either way. At the end of the day, if you know without a doubt your systems work, it's about you executing those systems. Always. So this is the real opportunity and the vision you got to share. Some of you are going to get excited and you're going to get involved, okay, in whatever company. And every day, that is what you're paid for, every day. But your financial expectations are going to be in need of adjustment if you thought you could create wealth without hard work. I've said this a lot, and a lot of people, you know, they get mad when I say it. I go, this is the hardest thing you'll ever do. The hardest thing you ever do. Jeff, why do you say that? You say in your presentations, it's simple. Yes, the program is simple, but a lot of people don't do it long enough. They don't have a game plan. Their mindset's not right. They're going in hoping it works versus making it work. And I tell everybody, don't even start. Here's what I was told. I was told, don't even start the journey, Jeff, unless you plan on giving it 5 years. And then when I was mentored by Holton Buggs, he said, don't even start unless you plan on going really, really hard for 18 months. 18 months. He goes, Jeff, would you work something hard for 18 months to change your financial situation? So that's what we're talking about. Consistent hard work, a consistent plan. See, that's the hard work, being consistent with it. A lot of people think they can work part-time and earn full-time income. Now, I will tell you, in this industry, a lot of people who do it spare time, part-time, exceed what they do make full-time. I'm talking about you can't work part-time and earn a full-time, multi-level marketing income. Big difference there. When you know the average person makes less than $50,000 a year, so can you work your business spare time, part-time, and replace that? Absolutely. But you're not going to make what a full-time network marketer does. Because a full-time network marketer can make easily $50,000 a month, not a year, if you're full-time with a plan. A lot of people think the top earners in network marketing became wealthy because of luck. Good timing. Now, I will tell you, positioning has a lot to do with it. Okay, but just because you're positioned, right, they say at the top, doesn't mean if you do nothing that you're going to become financially independent. No, being positioned at the top means that you will have, okay, a leg up if you go to work. That's all that means. But I will promise you, most people in the industry that has ever had the fortune of really being full-time. Now, what I mean by that is their bills and their lifestyle is financed by what they make from their company. I will tell you, that is very fortunate, and there's very few of those people. But I'm trying to get you to understand what it takes to get there. Like I said before in many of my trainings, if this was easy, everybody would do it. Now, how about this? You thought you could build your network marketing business, become wealthy, and never experience any disappointment. I think we could all simply laugh at that one, right? Okay, that one's funny. But it's amazing. When you talk to a new person, have you ever worked somebody through this and they hear their first no? And they call you up and they're almost crying? My mom didn't do it. That's their first disappointment and that they've ever had. So you got to work people through that. How many of you thought your family would immediately join you in your new business adventure? Some of you did very well with your family and friends. Others didn't. I didn't. Not one of my family, not one of my, they won't even talk about it. It's crazy. Right, we're coming into the holidays, right? I'm going to my sister's house for Thanksgiving, and everybody's going to come here for Christmas. This will never be brought up. It's like a dirty secret. But they know the lifestyle. They've seen the cars. They see the trips. Right? It's not like, but you know, it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference. Okay, I'm not building my business based on my family and friends being the only ones that support it. You thought simple was the same as easy. Talked about that already. You thought there would be no learning curve in the business. Now let me tell you the learning curve. The learning curve is understanding you're responsible. You'll be responsible for what you are and what you do in the business. That's the learning curve. The other learning curve is understanding you so you can really understand others. That's a learning curve. Understanding the personal development is really what's going to help you excel in this industry. How about this one? Have you ever thought that every distributor that you sponsor is going to be a self-starter and a builder? Everybody you bring in, oh my gosh, Jeff, they're going to be really good. I love this one. It's a famous line. This person knows everyone. I love that one. Okay, that's my favorite. Okay, you don't understand, Jeff. If we get this person, man, we're going to all sail into the sunset. And what do? I just listen, I nod, I stay even. And I say, have they watched the video? No, Jeff, this person's different. No. I understand not everybody's going to do it. And you get so excited, and I want your excitement. But here's the realistic expectation. What if the person doesn't do it? Do you have a full funnel just in case that person doesn't become a self-starter? Because I want to make sure everybody understands. 2/3 of everybody do nothing. 1/3 may go out there and do something. So we all know the numbers. I've trained on that many times. I might touch on it today. But here's my best advice here. So you have a realistic expectation. Stay even. No one person is your opportunity. What you have to believe is you're their opportunity. See, if you believed in something and you shared it, you're their opportunity. You just given them one. They're not yours. And you got to stay even. And if you stay even, then you know what? I'm pleasantly surprised when somebody does what I tell them to do. How about this? You thought you could do this business alone and not plug your people into any system. The reason why this industry is so great, in my opinion, is because it is plug and play. There are systems. You don't have to be a Lone Ranger. In fact, that's what we market the most. Just get people following some simple steps. Get people taking the journey. That's all I want. Just come on, take this first step. Get them around it. And that's how you get to know what you really caught. You thought you could build your business and never leave your comfort zone. Wow. Well, some of you never do leave your comfort zone. That's the problem. Your strengths will kill you. Most people, right, outside of their comfort zone is calling people, is meeting people, is sharing people the vision. Everybody wants to do the other stuff that earns us no money. You've seen that training, everybody, right? The different things you can do to build your business, money-making activities, we call it. Well, outside of your comfort zone is usually everything that earns you money. You thought you could grow your business and not grow as a person? The personal growth you will experience is worth whatever you put into this business and then some. Just the personal development is worth $1 million if you take the journey. You thought personal recruits, goes back to the comfort zone, were for someone else to do. It's for your new person to do that's going to be so good. That's for him to do, not me. No, I don't do that. Right? I've sponsored you. You go out there and get everybody. You bring people to meetings. But what if he's not the right one? Who do you think's pushing the snowball up the hill? You got to put in a lot of people to find the ones that go. Personal recruits are something we all have to do. And it never stops. Why would you ever stop sharing the vision? You thought your upline sponsor should build your business. Right? You're positioned. And then you go, okay, these people aren't adding anybody. And you start blaming the upline because a lot of companies, you have spillover. I've always said, you know what? Whatever I get is gravy. But I can't build my business and pay my bills on spillover. I can't count on spillover to pay my bills. When the car payments due, we have to take responsibility for that. So there's stages of network marketing. And my goal is to get everybody through the stages. And the first stage is the stage most people will never get out of because their expectations are not realistic. It's the it's not worth it stage. You ever gone through your company and you go, you know what? I've been doing this 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years. It's just not worth it. I'm not getting out of it what I thought I should. I want you to experience it's not worth it because you're going to take other people through it's not worth it. And if you could take enough people through it's not worth it, this is going to sound crazy, you're going to get to the it's worth it stage. If you could take a lot of people through it's not worth it, you're going to go through the it's worth it stage. That's it. There's your success. How many people can you take it's not worth it? Well, first person you got to take through is you. And then if you could take a lot of people through the it's worth it stage, you're going to be in the I'm not worth this much stage. Does that all make sense? Hope it does. Because that's it. But the first person you got to get through, number one, is you. And let me tell you why it's so frustrating. The reason it's so frustrating is because it doesn't ever go as slow or as fast as you want it to. In a lot of instances, what you have to understand in our industry, okay, or I should say, I keep saying our industry, in any industry, days could equal weeks or months. Right? I get a brand new person started the right way, right? We sit down, we set our goals, we make our list, we get that person going, and month one, after the first month, the guy makes $1. See, this is a penny a day doubled every day. That's what this shows. Let's use $1. What do you think that person is saying after 30 days? It's not worth it. I just busted my butt. I made my list. I have my why down. I've set my goals. I have my vision board. And I just didn't get off to the right start. I heard a lot of no's. I made a damn $1. It's not worth it. But then you guys are really good. And you keep that person in. You go, don't worth it. Don't worth it. Don't worry about it. Let's do it again. I'm going to help you with 3-way calls. And the guy goes, you know what? You're right. What am I supposed to happen in 30 days? Let's do it another 30 days. And the guy makes $2. Do you guys understand the concept here? So I have to go through every day. Okay, let's fast forward now. Let's go to month 12. He made $200. We're just going to add a 0 after 12 months. Do you think he's still in the it's not worth it stage? Of course he is. Now, I'm not saying this could be weeks, 12 weeks, 12 months. This is what happens. Meanwhile, okay, if he's staying in the system, right, he's gaining valuable training. If you go 19 months in, 19 weeks in, and you only made $2,600, what would you be saying? So let me tell you what the key is to getting to stage 2. It's your vision and your association, more importantly, with a positive environment. The encouragement, the trainings, the company events. I mean, how many people do you believe who buy a traditional business become financially independent in 19 months? I've talked to people who've been in business for 20 years. I know most businesses don't show a profit for 3 to 5. I know that. So what are they doing? Whatever money they borrowed, whatever investors bought into their vision, they're using that money, it's called seed money, to hopefully get them to where they're profitable. And guess what happens if it doesn't work? They go bankrupt. Oh, that didn't work. How many businesses out there have to restructure? So now you're the same thing. You're a business owner. And so in the beginning, you may get off to a great start. There's another training when it comes to people who get off to a great start. Because they expect it every month then. It takes time to build the base. It takes time to build the foundation. And all I'm looking for as we build the foundation of our new company are people that buy into the vision, right? And then what we're going to do is build the base. Is it going to be easy? No. There's things that I've now experienced in a short period of time on the other side. all the different things. But that, you know what? That's my journey. That's my journey. Just going to go through it. Okay, now, stage 2. Yes, we get the person through stage 2. But see, people in stage 2 and 3 are being paid for being willing to do what others would not. If you happen to be in stage 2, guys, man, you have made it. Because you stared down fear, you ignored fatigue, you fight loneliness, pushing through discouragement, and walking by faith. When everybody else is telling you, turn around, you're just going to jump off this cliff. No, 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 I'm going to experience it myself. My cliff. Month 20. Now, you think you remember the other 19 months if in month 20 you made $5,000? You start to go, there's some traction here. But here's what happens. Month 21, 10,000. Well, you built the right foundation. 24 months in, do you think you're thinking about the first 23? You made $83,000. Our biggest month in the industry is right here, month 25. That's our biggest month in the industry. In a month. Every month? No, not every month. That was our biggest 1 month in the industry. But I know there's people who've made millions of dollars in a month. But how many people stick around 31 months with a plan, not just hanging out for 31 months, working it for 31 months? How many business owners are there 12 to 15 hours a day and they're still not profitable, but they're there every day? Okay, these are people who are putting their dreams, lives, and security on the line. Okay, because I know one thing. To get to stage 2, I had to know there was no other way. I had to have burnt the boat in my mind and take away the security blanket. What was my security blanket? What I knew. I knew it would be easy for me to go out there and get another 6-figure-a-year job. That wasn't that difficult for me. Okay, because I knew how to do that. That's where I came from. I could have very easily went back to my comfort zone. But once in my mind, that was never an option. I had to go through stage 2. Do you see the difference? I had to get through stage 1. There was no other choice. So this is how you do it. You got to burn the boat in a lot of cases. And then, of course, I only have to show you, stage 3. Stage 3 is crazy money. So when you look at what it takes, there's principles to this. It's consistent effort. Talk about it almost every day when we do Success Zone, because you cannot. It's having your plan every day. Consistently, having your schedule. It's about finding leadership, duplication. And you usually duplicate your consistent effort or lack of. You only duplicate your consistent effort or lack of. That's what people duplicate. So that's why you see some people that everybody they bring in, okay, they have a system and they teach it. And then through duplication, these people that you're bringing in, you letting them know about realistic expectations. Because you know how to take somebody and you sit down with them and you go, okay, let's talk about what effort you could be consistent with. You don't tell them, they tell you. And the person says, okay, I could commit to this. And because you're tenured, and because you've been in the industry Or maybe you're seeking counsel, right? Let's say you're brand new and you go, Jeff, I just sat down with somebody. Here's what they could give me. What would be a realistic expectation for them? And then we could let them know. If the person says, listen, I'm going to do this very spare time, part-time, right? I could probably give this an hour, 3 days a week. Well, that's 3 hours. And here's my contact base. Here's my credibility with the contact base. Here's what I'm willing to do. Am I going to give him a realistic expectation of making $10,000 a month? If he's doing this an hour a day, 3 days a week? No. I'm going to say, okay, based on that, here would be a first good monthly goal. So he's not thinking about 10,000. He's thinking about maybe 2,000. And we'll work you through that. But that's where the realistic expectations come from. It comes from their consistent effort. As opposed to somebody saying, hey, I'm going to give this thing full time. All based on what they can give. Success in network marketing is more about tenacity than talent. That's for sure. And that should make all of us feel good. Especially me, okay? Okay, I have the tenacity. I've learned to be talented in certain things by doing what? Over and over again. Consistent. Consistency breeds talent. And no matter what, don't quit. Do it and don't quit. I always say I'm going to do that. I can't do it here. Do it and don't quit. It's not just don't quit. Because I've had a lot of people that just don't quit. but they do little else. Okay? Okay? So that's the principles for success. Now remember, wealth comes from depth. What I mean by that, and I've done this many times, let me do it here. When I say wealth comes from depth, okay, to get depth, you got to go this way. Okay, what does this mean? You all understand that when you personally bring somebody in, that's your first level. Right? No matter what company you're in, okay, your personal sponsors are your first level. So when we say wealth comes from depth, what does that mean? Well, if it means that most people, 2/3 of everybody does nothing, which means 2/3 of everybody you bring in is never going to bring one person in. So you got to bring a lot of people here to find the one that takes it here. And usually the number to get traction is 40. And out of 40, if you break it down, you're going to have 6 to 8 people, okay, that will take it into some type of depth. So if I find this person, right, I sponsor these many people my first month, I have one person that goes nuts. That's the person that starts to build their front line of what, 40. And that's when you have one line, all of a sudden, right, you got people that are one-legged, right? The one-legged, they have 4,000 people, 10,000 people, 100,000 people, because you had one person take it depth. Well, how many of these people do you want? Well, if you keep sponsoring people, okay, you're going to have, it's just numbers. It's just going through it. Just remember, 2/3 of everybody usually do nothing. And depth comes from duplication. Because if I'm the one leading this charge and I'm the one committed to bringing in 40 people, then guess what I'm going to duplicate? I'm going to duplicate a person bringing in 40 people. Why? Because I'm going to show them how to do it. That's the duplication. You're not going to convolute it. You're not going to have your own systems. You're following the company systems. You're edifying the leadership. And people are following the same thing you're doing. That's the duplication. And duplication comes from having a system. All your companies have one. It's not accidental. It's a plan. Well, just tell me my numbers, Jeff. I just told you. 40. 40 in a 6-month period to get traction. When you're first starting out, you should be able to bring in 12 people first month. Then what? Then you're just consistently bringing in 6 people a month for the next 5 months. Add it up. It's 40 people. Some people bring all 40 in day one. It doesn't mean you stop. It means you're going to get traction. See, the one who shows the most presentations and shares their vision the most wins. Simple. And we all know the problems. There's going to be many of them. So don't worry about all that. Be the solution. Be the solution. And here's the solution. If you really want to find the problem, in most cases, because believe me, I know there's some companies, okay, that have to look in their own mirror. But in most cases, if you want to self-correct, look in the mirror. Usually the answer is within you, and that's where people get uncomfortable. That's when people rather quit than keep going. Because when you have to consistently look at yourself, it's difficult. Believe me, it's difficult. That's taking responsibility. And always associate with like-minded people, the environment. Okay, all the things that we've ever wanted to do, we want to bring. And in most cases, we've always done it, right? We've just been part of somebody else's company. We've always had our system. When I say our system, it was the company system with Jeff and Lisa's personality inserted into it. They said have parties, and we had more parties than anybody else. They said do meetings. We said we're going to do more meetings than anybody else. Now, that's all it was. It was inserting our work ethic into their system. That's all it was. And the like-mindedness, the association, right, is letting people know, listen, it's okay. No matter what you've been through, it's okay. This is our safe space. We could talk to each other. What are you going through? Been there, done that. Let's get you through it. We got to get you to stage 2. We got to get you to stage 2. Don't worry about this. Whatever you're going through, you're supposed to go through it. You're being tested. I used to tell people that. You're being tested. I told some of you that after the last fiasco. You're being tested. Okay? Aren't you here? You woke up this morning. See? Look, you're able to smile. Can you all smile? I can smile. Look at it. Doesn't matter. Who cares? It doesn't matter. And you go, oh, yeah, you know what? It wasn't that bad. Seems like a faded memory now. It's like, what? What was that? What did we do? I don't even remember it now. Can't even spell it. Anyway. Oh, wait, here we go. All right. So that's the concept. And just remember your roadmap. This is the roadmap. Who are you sharing your vision with? Here is your people every day. When you put yourself in the middle of this, you're going to be talking to the employees, the self-employed, the business owners, and the investors. Every day. We had a couple investors come to the house last week. Okay? More money than God. They go, I go, what, why are you interested? They go, I love the positive environment. I love the positive environment. Because, Jeff, I don't need the money. I don't need the money. I want to be part of something. See, you're talking to the investor sometimes differently than the employee. The employee is going through the motions. He's on the hamster wheel, as you can see there. It's the same thing every day. It's hard work. It's no security. I got to share a different vision to him. If I'm talking to the self-employed guy, there's a different vision there. He's working just as hard as the employee. He just bought himself a job. Look at these people. 95% of the people you talk to are going to be on that side. Then they only control 5% of the wealth. The other side, 5% of people, control 95% of the wealth. The business owners that have a system working for them, that's us. That's where we need to get, where you have the system working for you. Can I tell you how to do it? Keep the same work effort as these guys have in the beginning and apply it over here. Keep the same work effort it took you to do whatever you've done for 18 months, and then you will have a system working for you. Most people want to get in and have the system just start working for them. It doesn't work that way. You got to bring in a lot of people to get the system working for you. I'm going to work harder than everybody starting this new company. But once I have it going, okay, and we have tens of thousands of people, I'm going to have a system working for me. Well, you're doing the same thing I'm doing. A lot of you taking advantage of this free positioning, right? You're going to have it day one. You'll have a system, but you got to go out there and you still got to bring in your group. So anyway, that's the training of realistic expectations. And eventually we want to teach people that once you have enough money, how to take that money, right, and invest. So you have multiple streams of income. This guy that flew here, he goes, I have 12 different sources of income. But the one I enjoy the most is this. Because of the camaraderie, because of the people, because of the training. Amazing. You never know what people are looking for. You don't. And I'm telling you, the investor is sometimes, these people here on this side are a lot easier sometimes to talk to than these guys. These are the ones that keep telling you all the excuses. I have no time. I have no money. Right? I'm uncomfortable with that industry. You don't hear that out of these people's mouths a lot of times. I've never had part of the 5% ever tell me the industry of network marketing was dumb or it doesn't work. They've always encouraged me. Doesn't mean they did it, but they were never a naysayer. It's so funny how that works. They go, oh, I get the concept. It's a great concept. These people are the ones that beat the hell out of me. These guys. The ones that can't rub two nickels together are telling me I'm nuts. I'm telling them now they're crazy. There's the difference. You're the crazy ones. How long can you keep doing what you're doing? This is where your vision casting has to come in. What is going to get this person to listen to you? Got to hit them in their hot buttons. That's a whole nother training. Guys, thank you. Talk to you soon. Remember, next Sunday, another call. If you want to see last night's call, it's on Giamalva Global YouTube page. Okay? Thanks, guys. Bye. Look at Steven working out. Good man, brother. Good man. Let's see those guns.